my name is Brandon Collins. I'm the Corporate Executive Chef for Unilever Food Solutions North America. And today we're gonna make a Tlayuda. And the cool thing about this is that it's basically like a Mexican pizza, for lack of a better term. It is going to consist of a beautiful tortilla that is going to be cooked over a wood fire. We are then going to top that with some refried black beans. Oaxaca is known for their black bean. It's a really cool, beautiful little black bean. And it's just kind of turned into refried beans with some Knorr Caldo. We're gonna top it with some quesillo, some squash blossoms, and a little bit of bacon fat. In Oaxaca, they use their leftover pork rind oil as a seasoning for their mimoletas, their tlayudas, for their tacos, for basically everything. It's kind of like the all-around condiment that they use. And what do we have in the United States that pretty much is in every single kitchen? Bacon fat. So that's what we're going to use as a seasoning for this Tlayuda. All right, so to make the masa, we are going to take 1 cup of, we're using the heirloom red masa here. We're gonna use about a teaspoon of our caldo de vegetales, just to add a little bit of seasoning, and about a cup of warm water. Now I have just a little bit more than a cup, because again, as we work with masa, different masas need different hydrations. So we're gonna keep working it until we get to the consistency of a really moldable clay. So we're gonna start by just mixing this together and let it start to absorb. And then we're gonna kind of work it like a dough once we get to the right point, right? Make sure to hydrate the masa as you're going through. Keep squeezing it together, keep working it together, because sometimes as the masa sits, it'll start to absorb more and more of that liquid. You don't want to put too much liquid in, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you have enough liquid that it's not going to be super dry as it absorbs everything. I highly suggest doing this with your bare hands because you can actually feel the masa as you work it. It's really hard whenever you have a gloved hand to be able to feel everything. And we're gonna knead it like we would a pasta, right? Let that continue to hydrate. Because if we were to stop right now, it's sticky. It's not gonna really work for what we need it to work for. We just need to keep working it until it's not sticky anymore. One of the things we can do is take it, put it in our other hand, roll it around. They're gonna flatten well. It's not gonna stick to my hand. This is looking really, really good. All right, so we have this beautiful masa set up. We're gonna let this set for about 10 minutes, just so that way all of it gets hydrated, and then we're gonna start making our tortillas. All right, so we made our masa, and then we've come outside to throw these right on the grill. We're gonna do everything else out here over the wood fire. So a little ball of masa, just kind of roll it around in your hand. Use the bags that you get from your produce, especially like your herb bags that you get. Use that as your plastic as you're going through and making your tortillas. A little bit of pressure. Don't push down so hard that it gets too thin. We're gonna do our salted king trumpet mushrooms. So these are just king trumpet mushrooms that have been shredded with a fork. Cut them in half, run your fork through them, break them apart. Then they get really, really nice and pulled, and they get a really cool texture. So we're gonna take some of our caldo de vegetales, and we're gonna toss those and let those set for a second, right? Just to pull a little bit of the moisture out. Over here on the grill, we have a pot that's been getting hot. Gonna add a good amount of oil to the pot itself. All right, our mushrooms have been salted. They're starting to get a little wet. We're gonna throw them right in this pot. Try not to overcrowd it, so we're gonna stop right there and just let it do its thing. Right, next we're gonna take our refried black beans and do the exact same thing. A little bit of oil in the bottom of a pot that's been sitting on this grill for a long time. Take these beans, dump these guys right in. We're just gonna let those sit there and sizzle, just like the mushrooms, until they get a nice, good sear on the bottom. All right, I'm just gonna throw this right here on the grill. You could also do it right into the coals if you wanted to as well. If you had a flat top out here, you could do it right on the flat top. You just want that smokiness you're gonna get from the heat. All right, we're gonna stir these beans. You can see how the beans have gotten dark around the edges. Toss those up. Mushrooms are almost done. Mushrooms are looking beautiful, getting nice and crispy on the bottom, utilizing all that fat to really get them nice and crispy. It's slow cooking them down. Tortilla is good on one side. We're gonna flip it over. Now we're gonna start to build out the tlayuda. The tortillas on the flat top or on the grill. I'm gonna add some of these beautiful refried black beans. Some of the quesillo or queso Oaxaca. Some of these beautiful crispy mushrooms. Squash blossom that we're just gonna take the pistil out of. Some nice beautiful pieces. I'm gonna let that continue to cook until everything is melted and it kind of all becomes one. You want it to be a little crispy on the bottom, just so that way as you go to move it. You could also fold this in half. If you have the larger, like 12-inch press, you can do the larger Tlayuda. It's more the typical size, but these are great for appetizers and easy to kind of put out. Cheese is starting to melt all the way around. Good texture, nice and crisp. Right onto the plate. I'm gonna finish a little bit of that bacon oil or bacon fat, whatever you wanna call it. And there you go. Tlayuda, made with red corn masa, queso Oaxaca or quesillo, refried black beans, squash blossoms, salted mushrooms, and some bacon fat.